Hello everyone, and welcome to this live showdown between the Tomb Kings and the Wood Elves. So as far as the build goes, we're going to be going with good old ARKHAN the Black. I certainly think he's one of the better choices here. Spirit Leech and Buna is always pretty good against either Forest Dragons, or if they're going with Wild Riders, or, they have a multitude of high-value targets that the Fate of Buna is going to be very good against. Now as far as the infantry goes, we have Tomb Guard in the front line, and Tomb Guard are very solid. Firstly, they have Silver Shield, so they are going to be relatively tough to snipe, and against most of the Wood Elf infantry, so War Dancers, let's say Eternal Guard, or Dryads, they're going to trade relatively efficiently. I'm actually not sure how the trade goes against standard War Dancers. I mean, War Dancers, of course, have really good damage output in terms of their offensive stats, but the Tomb Guard do have 44 melee defense, and they hit pretty hard themselves. That would be something that I might be interested in testing. But for the rest of the army, we are going to be going with Ushabti Great Bows. Obviously, I don't want the Wood Elves to be able to kind of kite me and, pull me apart, so I want to have something with superior range. So the Ushabti Great Bows can rain down some pretty good fire, but the one thing you really have to watch out for against the Wood Elves here is the Way Watchers creeping up, creeping up into your zone, having a little bit, too much fun at your expense. So the two Bone Boys here are going to be dropping some bows and hopefully doing some work. Last but not least, we do have a Screaming Meme Catapult. So it's kind of serving the same purpose, just forcing my opponent to come in. Now, he might come in with like a full Blitz build, which would actually be a little bit tough. Now, I have a couple Nehakara Horsemen, 2 groups of those. Very good counter skirmishing. So if they're Glade Riders with Hagbane Tips, or even against like Wild Riders, they will lose in an objective fight, but they're pretty durable for the cost, and you can use them supporting some other troops, and you can sometimes fend off the Wild Riders, especially if you have like a Fate of Buna or something like that coming in from ARKHAN the Black. So we'll see how that goes. We are on the Altdorf outskirts, so pretty good Wood Elf map for sure. You can see here there's a lot of areas they can kind of hide in and abuse the forest, and if they want to like hide from my catapults, my Ushabti Great Bows, they can come out, they can poke with their Way Watchers, run back in the forest. It gives them some really good opportunities. So that might be one of my weaknesses here, is the fact that I maybe didn't pick the best for the map, but we'll certainly find out here in just a second. So my opponent's still loading in here. I guess it gives us time to just hang out and chat. It's currently the day before the Eternal Challenger League Grand Finals. Granted, when this goes up, it'll probably be after the fact, but hopefully it's a good one, I guess. Yeah, I guess that's all we can say for now. But yeah, this is definitely a pretty good Wood Elf map. They have a lot of opportunities to kind of hide and cackle in the shadows here, and it's a pretty elf-friendly map. Now, when the Tomb Kings first came out, I think this was a matchup that was pretty tricky for the Tomb Kings. I think the Wood Elves were very good at sniping out constructs with Way Watchers, but of course, as the game goes on, people learn to get more used to the metagame and things like that. I think it got a little bit better, I would say. So anyways, guys, we're going to take a quick cut here, and we'll see you guys in the battle. All right, my friends, and now we're back in action, so let's go ahead and deploy the army. So firstly, we're going to put the Tomb Guard and the Skeletons up here in the front. Like I said, pretty good shields on these units. Now let's look at the stats here. So Silver Shields here, I think Skeletons have Bronze Shields. No, they actually have Silver, so that's not bad. Yeah, but these guys, good stat line, 33, 44, and 42. So hopefully they'll be able to stand up to the wrath of the Wood Elf Infantry. So we're going to start hot grouping here, continue to kind of spread out our formation, and you can see we're not putting them shoulder to shoulder because we want a little bit more control over the battlefield. Now there are circumstances in which you want to be a little bit tighter if you have like auras or effects that are going to buff multiple units, but here against Wood Elves, I kind of want to go for more spatial control. It's much like if you're playing like Warhammer 40k, you kind of spread out your mobs of infantry across the map, and it's going to give you a little bit more control over the battlefield, denies your opponent some territory, and that kind of, you guys get the picture. So aside from that, 2 Ushabti Great Bows, those guys are going to be hopefully dropping some bows here, and we decided to go with the regular Necropolis Knights instead of the Halberd variant because they have shields. So I figured if I do get caught by Way Watchers and Praven Othrema and stuff like that, that might be better. I'm not really sure. Kind of an experiment there, but we'll see how it goes. So the catapult, we're going to kind of offset here away from the forest because obviously the Wood Elves are going to be lurking there, so we have to be respectful of their territory. Ushabti Great Bows will be in group 2 here. Run those guys up, ARKHAN the Black in 3, and yeah, we have a couple carrion, mainly for scouting purposes, so we're just going to put those guys in like group 6 or something, not like a super big priority, but we're just going to fly up and scout so we can start unloading some fire on him. So Nehakara Horsemen can be in group 4 and 5 here, so let's go ahead and put 1 out here and 1 out here. 1 Sneaky Snake is just going to be kind of hanging back here with the main army. We'll actually put him in control group 1 for now, because again, I mean, it is good to control group everything, but if you can't manage all those groups, there's no point, right? So I can usually manage up to like 6, maybe 7 tops. Gets a little bit crazy, so we're going to put this in 7, and now everything is good. My opponent's saying, good luck, have fun. Good luck, have fun. Oh man, I can't even type today. All right, here we go. So let's do it to it. As far as the army size goes, he does have a, wow, okay, a very elite army. So it's probably a Durthu Bomb, which is actually okay because we do have the Ushabti Great Bows plus Spirit Leech, so we can take down single entities somewhat effectively. So let's have some fun. Good luck to my opponent, and let's see if cackling ARKHAN the Black can continue his crusade here. Oh, we almost forgot to put the spears back here. That would have been pretty bad, actually. All right, so let's go ahead and square up right here, see what's going on. We'll get the carrion flying over, and it looks like double dragons. Okay. Well then, I kind of wish I had brought some halberds now. So we're going to run our horsemen up here, and we'll run these horsemen over here to see what he's got going on in the forest. And yeah, he probably has some elite troops, I would imagine. Ushabti Great Bows, what do we want to target here? He probably has the Lore of Life, yeah, of course. Okay, so we're going to kind of run over here and get ready. ARKHAN the Black is going to be pretty good with Spirit Leeches. And okay, so we've discovered some stuff here. So the Screaming Beam Catapult, that is a Waystalker. Now the Waystalker might not be a bad idea to just kind of, let's fly over and see what else he has. He's got to have more here. Okay, so we've just discovered a massive force here in the forest. So let's go ahead and square up our main force here just so we kind of know what's going on. And we kind of got caught a little bit, but it's not too bad. We're going to be able to get away without taking too much damage. And now the Screaming Beam Catapult can just start shooting into those Wild Riders, which is going to be fine. So firstly, we want these guys to shoot at Wild Riders, and the other ones can shoot at single entities. It's a little bit better, and we'll pull these guys back. Great. All right, so ARKHAN just kind of hanging tight. We can drop a Buna on these guys, but for the most part, I want to get away first if we can. Get these guys going, and let's go ahead and get my snakes over here. I don't think he has any like hard rear pressure coming in. Yeah, that's okay. All right, so we can go ahead and just kind of keep pulling back, like I said. Ushabti Great Bow Fire should pay some dividends, and these guys can go back here, and let's actually get one of them going after the Waystalker there, and the other one can just go ahead and occupy the dragon, which should be fine. Okay, great. So we did take some casualties on the initial scouting because of our slow reaction, but so far we're getting some pretty good work in, and I think focusing on the Lord is probably going to be okay. We'll get you going after the other dragon. And ARKHAN the Black in the meantime, we're just going to save up a Buna for these Wild Riders, which I think is going to be better. Our Sneaky Snake's just going to be hanging out. And let's get you guys going here. Let's get you guys going here. You guys here, here, and these guys can engage as well. All right, so one of our guys is offline, which is fine. It's kind of a sacrifice in a way, and we'll get these Nadakar Horsemen charging into them. Get these Nadakar Horsemen charging into these Dryads as well. And our firing line's doing okay. We'll get our Cav going in. You know, there's no reason not to, really. All right, so our Winds of Magic's pretty fat right now. The Waystalker is being kind of inundated here in the back here, and our Bowfire is doing some pretty good work. So we could drop some Skeleton Summons here. I'm not terribly concerned about it. Let's pull these guys back a little bit. Just kind of keep shooting up at the Lord here, and I think dropping a Spirit Leech on the Lord isn't going to be a bad idea. Because I think what he's going to do is try and probably just snipe our ARKHAN here. So we're going to put these guys in a group together so they just kind of goon around as one. Where's he going with those guys? Okay, so he might be going back here to take out the catapult. Not really sure. I don't think he can really afford to land here. The Sneaky Snake's definitely going to be a menace for him. All right, so we'll keep shooting here. Ushabti Great Bow's going to keep shooting. And he gets a Praven off Raymo, which is fine. So we're going to make sure to keep ARKHAN, high and tight here. So let's go ahead and pop the Fate of Buna right here. We'll pull back our Horsemen, some of these other troops here, and we can drop a summon to kind of, mess up the charge a little bit. So that was okay. For sure, we're going to drop a Libra Mortis here because there's going to be a big Alpha Strike in the back here. We'll pull in these Skeletons. These Nadakar Horsemen can come in as well. And ARKHAN and company, ARKHAN was able to get away, which is the most important thing. And now our Sneaky Snakes are fighting a good fight. We were also able to peel back from the front line. Let's get those guys going after the Waystalker. I really just have to make sure ARKHAN doesn't get sniped. Let's drop another Spirit Leech right here. And these Ushabti Great Bows need to get back because they're in a pretty wretched position right now. Come on, get away. Okay, so we broke one of those guys very, very efficiently. Our Screaming Beam Catapult's still shooting in against an okay target, which is good. ARKHAN just kind of playing it safe here. Great Bows keep shooting here. And ARKHAN might actually be able to attack this dragon with some relative success. These Sneaky Snakes, these Necropolis Knights, I'm going to pull back here and see if we can actually get on this dragon and see if we can get a little bit of a surround actually, although he's in pretty good shape, I think. Yeah, we have the dragon there. There's a couple assets that, of course, are going to be relatively strong. But let's see if we can get back here and actually punish his Lord a little bit. Like, I don't mind this. If the Sneaky Snakes can get in there and poison it, I mean, that's going to be a really good situation. Plus, we have Spirit Leeches. So let's Spirit Leech here, kind of drop the bows a little bit, keep Nadakar Horseman kind of pursuing, just get rid of his mobility if we can. And yeah, I'd love to get these ones away. They're chosen to the gods. Yeah, that was good. So now we got a really good jump on the Glade Lord. In the back line, there's no real pressure here, which is good. We can keep shooting at the Dryads and company. Ooh, a nice Breath Attack coming in. Might actually be able to get us? No. Okay, we're okay for now. So just keep chasing, keep punishing the dragon to the best of our abilities. Right here, is there anything we want to shoot at? I mean, I guess, yeah, we just kind of run from this dragon right now and pull it away from, anything that's going to be super threatening here. The Horsemen, let's go ahead and kind of square those guys up. They still have good mass, so we can use them to kind of pin things in. And ARKHAN is doing a really good job hunting here. Now, we have the Ushabti summon. Ooh, this is going to hurt. This is going to hurt. Ooh, that's going to hurt. I'm tempted to use my frickin' my summon right now to kind of stabilize the situation, but we're going to try and get around the back. Pulling these guys as well. And ARKHAN was able to kind of get away here. So we need to kind of... Oh, it's really tempting here. All right, let's go ahead and charge in here. We have a Spirit Leech coming down, which is going to be nice. I think we do use the summon right here because this is like a pretty important fight. Yeah, front line's going okay. Ushabti Great Bows can start turning in here. Horsemen just kind of swarm in as well. That Spirit Leech was good, and I think the summon was a good play as well because it kind of like takes away angles of escape from my opponent. All right, so let's go after the Elven Scholars Lord right there. Are we going to get him? It looks like we've got the Lord kind of pound town here, but now what we do is we pull back the Carrion because the Carrion can chase off the Lord if we're not able to like capitalize here. And let's go ahead and pop this. Let's have the Carrion attack as well. Go, get him. Great, so now we can swarm on the other dragon, and just the Carrion should be able to chase that off effectively. Plus we have the Ushabti Great Bow shooting. And that's going to be that. So well played. Oh boy, that was a tense fight. A little bit of sloppy micro in the beginning, but we came back, and I think we were able to get the high value targets. And yeah, with the dragon going down, the other one surrounded by our Sneaky Snakes, I don't think there was any way he could really come back there. So let's go ahead and take a look at the breakdown and everything, see what we got. Yeah, Tomb Guard did good. 58, 54, 20. Ushabti Great Bows did their job as well. We're able to snipe those juicy targets. And you guys see the Buna play plus Nekar Horseman. It's pretty good at dealing with Wild Riders. Not perfect, right? But we were able to really punch a hole in those guys and get some pretty decent value. The Screaming Beam Catapult was pretty much rendered useless by the aggressive nature of his build. Like, we didn't have too many opportunities, but yeah, I mean, it was okay. It kind of forces him in. I mean, if he wants to wait in the forest, I'll unload all my ammunition with the catapult on him and, probably kill a group of Dryads, if not, 1.5. I do think the regular Necropolis Knights are a good investment. I mean, the anti-large is really useful, but they're still armored, which is really good against Wood Elf Heavy Cav, or Wood Elf Cav in general, because Wild Riders don't have good AP. Plus, they're shielded, so if they do go with the more traditional, like, Waywatcher approach of just kind of a, bombing from deep, I think that having a shield is going to be like a lifesaver, right? That's something that can straight up just save you the game. So yeah, ARKHAN was able to juke, get up and around, pin things in. I think he was cackling and having a good time. We were able to break the charge of the Wild Riders to an extent on the flank. He had a good Pravenoth Rama, but even still, we were able to get that big punch over there, which was really crucial. So well played to my opponent, the Elven Scholar. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this Tomb Kings vs. Wood Elf live showdown, and we'll see you guys on the other side. Take care.